I have a question for you before you leave. I'm Brenda. And it's the issue around prevention. And as far as minority women, women of color, and prevention, the 1 in 5, you know, that you reflect, and the issue around PrEP versus prevention, outreach, et cetera. How are you doing that in yours?
I got it.
I know you do.
I think I understand your question because he's looking at me like I'm going to be late and I'm going to get yelled at. So so we've had a number of prevention efforts for a very long time that are very focused on women, and we use a number of targeted community-based organizations to reach those women in a faith-based setting, in the commercial sex worker space, and a host of other venues and avenues. We added PrEP as an additional strategy on top of those existing efforts because we recognized that when we were doing focus groups around PrEP, heterosexual Black women were upset that they had not been reached for PrEP as a strategy for them because it is not restricted to the LGBTQ community as a therapy or modality. So it was an additional thing that we added to our toolkit for heterosexual women.
Thank you for opening yourselves to that possibility in this area. We'd like to do the same in Philadelphia. Okay, which is not. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much as well for your presentations. I am a discussant, but my comments are going to be very short because I think you laid the groundwork for some very fertile, a very fertile discussion and questions. I think that Blue Cross Blue Shield Institute is laying the groundwork, finally, laying the groundwork for the possibility of focus on the social determinants of health that in a way that is realistic, finally, realistically looking at the problem from the corporate community to the healthcare community to the healthcare insurance community, where there is an understanding of the value, their value finally, or the value to their bottom line. Let's go there, because once there is an understanding of the value to bottom lines, whether it be through healthcare insurance premiums that are also escalating and continuing in cost within their business side, the benefit is there for could be there overall for the community at large, because the social determinants of health, when you look at the poverty, when you look at access to health care, access to foods, these are all serious issues, but there appears to be a light at the end of the tunnel that we are, and let me say this, that we have major entities between healthcare providers, corporate, and I'm sure possibly the governmental entities are also going to be supporting some of this to ultimately have an impact on improving health outcomes and reducing health disparities. Thank you all so much. I'm going to open and release, and hopefully we will